Hello, my name is Renata and my project is a music magazine. I have decided to focus on Japanese trap and Korean hip hop. This was influenced because I watched a lot of anime since I was young and I have a passion for weird Japanese fashion. Um, During my research work, I had to do a website design in which I had to create a website to put all of my to plan out my project. It was quite fun and engaging, and we used Weebly, which was quite easy. However, some of the difficult parts of using Weebly was putting the images on or changing the background, or sometimes when you type things, it would sometimes get deleted. However, instead of to fix those kinds of problems, I would type up everything on Word document so that I didn't lose anything. And I got quite used to moving the images around and changing the background. I changed the background to a kind of cherry blossom just to keep the influence of Japan, as Japan is known for their cherry blossoms. So I did that, and another thing we did was textual analysis. We had to do 2 front covers and 2 content pages, and in those we had to talk about mise en scène, which had the MVC, lighting, costume, props, and settings. I tried to pick the magazines closest to hip hop kind of inspired magazines, as they were most common instead of Japanese trap or Korean hip hop, as there weren't that many. So many of the magazines I chose had quite aggressive settings, or the person in the front cover was wearing something like golden teeth or golden chains, which links to hip hop. I also focused on the typography used on the magazine, and I tried to link it most towards vivid and harsh types of mastheads and cover lines, as the dominant stereotype of rappers is that they're quite harsh and confident and masculine. Therefore, I tried to see that the masthead and the cover lines and the writing kind of conveyed that kind of feeling too. We also did convention diagrams, and for this task I tried to find Japanese magazines, as my music genre was based from Japan and Korea. I tried to find magazines that were quite bubbly and weird, because most of my influence from Japanese trap and Korean hip hop is that it's quite weird and out there. For this, we had to use Photoshop, and I got to learn more about how to use a transformation tool and how to edit images and put them on, and the different layers that it takes, and how to move the layers around and add effects and all those things, just to make it a bit better. I also tried to match the magazine color scheme with the things that were around it that talked about what it was. For example, the masthead and the cover line and the selling line and all those things. I tried to match that with the color scheme of the magazine. We also did audience profiling, which was quite fun and engaging again, because we had to create our own kind of target audience that we would like to aim our magazine for. I tried to stick to most dominant stereotypes for the people who listen to Japanese music or Korean music. And as I am one of them, I tried to relate it to me mostly. So it was quite easy. I spoke to some of my friends who listen to this type of music, and asked them about their hobbies and what they do, just to get a wider range of what my target audience could be wanting and what they do. Um, for example, both of the male and female uh, audience profilers watch anime. They both listen to different types of Japanese and Korean hip hop, but also English hip hop, so Drake and Future and all those other ones, just to make it a bit wider, a wider range. We also did audience research in which we had to create a survey. My survey, I created it on SurveyMonkey. I did 3 types of questionnaires. One was for my front cover, which was 10 questions. The next one was for my contents cover, which was 8 questions. And the third one was for my double page, which was 8 questions again. I asked different questions. For example, what would you like the masthead to be? Would you like it to be big? What kind of color scheme do you want it? Would you want the front cover and the content page to have the same kind of color scheme or different color schemes? How many images would you like on the content page and the double page? And what type of layout and things like that? Just like quite open and a variety of questions to get a better understanding of how I could make my final product, so that I could link it to what my audience likes and dislikes, so therefore they would be able to enjoy my magazine more. That was mostly what we did. So yeah.